Strangers from distant lands, friends of old. Today we continue our Resonance series, where we take a look at the major characters from the world of Tolkien. After providing a brief highlight, we will make a comparison with literary characters as well as real-life figures from the history of the world. Our character for today is Gandalf. Gandalf is a character from Tolkien's epic, The Lord of the Rings. He is a wise and powerful wizard, one of the Istari, a group of angelic beings sent to Middle-earth to help the free peoples resist the evil of the Dark Lord Sauron. Gandalf is known by many names, including Mithrandir, Olorin, and Gandalf the Grey. He is a member of the Fellowship of the Ring, a group of 9 individuals tasked with destroying the One Ring, an artifact forged by Sauron that gives its wielder great power but also corrupts them with evil. Gandalf was also entrusted with Narya, the Ring of Fire. It is one of the 3 elven rings created by an elven smith, Celebrimbor, before the One Ring was forged by Sauron. The 3 elven rings were given to the wisest and the most noble beings in Middle-earth to aid them in their struggle against the darkness of Sauron. Narya was given to Gandalf by Círdan, a wise and powerful elf who recognized Gandalf's true nature as a servant of the greater good. Narya has the power to inspire hope and courage in those around it, and it is said to aid Gandalf in his role as a leader and mentor to the free peoples of Middle-earth. Even after his struggle against Durin's Bane, a Balrog in Moria, he was reincarnated to continue his quest. Gandalf is wise, kind, and compassionate, but he is also a formidable warrior and capable of great feats of magic. He is a mentor and friend to many other characters in the story, particularly to Frodo Baggins, the Hobbit who is the ring bearer, and Aragorn, the future king of Gondor and Arnor. Our team explored many figures that resemble Gandalf in his character, stature, skills, and background. We will present 5 literary and 3 life figures that scored high in our list. Let's first look at the literary world. Prometheus. He is a figure from Greek mythology who is best known for his role in bringing fire to humanity. He was a Titan, the son of Iapetus and Themis, and the brother of Atlas. According to the myth, Prometheus was responsible for creating the first humans out of clay. He became their champion and protector, and he was known for his intelligence and his cunning. He also had a strong sense of justice and believed that humans deserved to have access to knowledge and technology that would make their lives better. One day, Prometheus decided to steal fire from the gods and give it to humans, even though this was strictly forbidden. He managed to steal fire from Mount Olympus and brought it down to humanity, teaching them how to use it for warmth, cooking, and other useful purposes. It is interesting to note the parallel between Gandalf wielding the Ring of Fire, that is Narya, and helping peoples of Middle-earth, and Prometheus stealing the fire and giving it to humans for their use. As punishment for his defiance by Zeus, Prometheus was chained to a rock and had his liver eaten by an eagle every day, which also resembles Gandalf fighting the Balrog in the peak of Ziraxigil. However, he was eventually freed by Hercules and became a symbol of human creativity and resilience in the face of adversity. Odinic Wanderer. The term Odinic Wanderer refers to the figure of the wanderer in Norse mythology, who is associated with the god Odin. He is often depicted as a wise old man with a long beard and a wide-brimmed hat. Odin is known for his travels through the 9 worlds, seeking knowledge and wisdom. He is also associated with the concept of the wanderer, or the solitary figure who roams the countryside and encounters various challenges and adventures. He is a complex figure who embodies many of the key themes and motifs of Norse mythology, including wisdom, courage, and the search for meaning in a chaotic and unpredictable world. There are quite a few strong correlations between him and Gandalf. Odin had a legendary horse, Sleipnir, who had 8 legs and was said to be one of the greatest horses known to the gods. Gandalf had Shadowfax, who had no equal among horses in Middle-earth, and could understand the speech of men. Odin's legendary spear and ring could have influenced Gandalf's legendary sword Glamdring, or more likely, the magic staff he carries, while the ring possibly influenced Gandalf's possession of the ring Narya. Gandalf and Odin both receive new wisdom as a result of sacrifice, as Gandalf is reincarnated after his fight with Balrog, and Odin gains power and wisdom after hanging himself on a tree for 9 days. One of the most apparent ways in which Gandalf and Odin are alike is that they both take the shape of an old grey beggar, with a white-brimmed hat and grey cloak, when they wander the mortal world and deal with the inhabitants. Perhaps the strongest link comes from the man himself. Tolkien states that he thinks of Gandalf as an Odinic Wanderer in a letter of 1946. Vainamoinen. He is a central figure in Finnish mythology, and the main character in the national epic of Finland, Kalevala. He is a wise and powerful old man, a hero and a shaman who possesses magical powers. According to the Finnish mythology, he was one of the first beings to inhabit the world. He was born from the saliva of the primal god Ukko, and he used his magical powers to shape the world and create the first humans. In Kalevala, Vainamoinen is depicted as a musician and a poet, known for his singing and his ability to play the kantele, a traditional Finnish musical instrument. He is often called upon to use his magical powers to help the other characters in the epic, including his rival and the hero. Vainamoinen is also associated with the natural world, particularly the seas and the forests. He is a symbol of the deep connection between the Finnish people and the land, and he represents the enduring spirit of the Finnish people and their culture. Kalevala is one of the epics that Tolkien had the most respect. In the upcoming episodes, we shall draw parallels to the character of Turin from the Silmarillion within the Kalevala again. Dumbledore. He is a character from J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series. He is the headmaster of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, one of the most prestigious and respected institutions of magic in the wizarding world. Dumbledore is known for his wisdom, kindness, and his ability to see the best in people. He is a powerful wizard, and he played a key role in the defeat of the dark wizard Grindelwald, who was his former friend and ally. Throughout the Harry Potter series, Dumbledore serves as a mentor and a guide to young Harry Potter. He provides him with support and advice, and he helps him to uncover the truth about his past and his connection to the dark wizard Voldemort. One of the most obvious similarities between him and Gandalf is their roles as mentors to Harry Potter and Frodo Baggins in the respective works. Dumbledore's open war on Voldemort also strongly parallels Gandalf's war on Sauron in Middle-earth. Dumbledore is also known for his intelligence and his strategic thinking, and he is often one step ahead of his enemies. He is a complex character with a rich backstory, and his actions and decisions throughout the series have a significant impact on the overall story and the fate of the wizarding world. Now let's take a look at the historic figures. Marcus Aurelius. He was a Roman emperor who ruled in the 2nd century. He is considered as one of the most important and influential emperors in Roman history, and his reign is known for his stability, prosperity, and military success. Aurelius was born in 121 AD in Rome, and he was adopted by the Emperor Antoninus Pius at the age of 17. He received an excellent education in philosophy and literature, and he was deeply influenced by the teachings of Stoicism. As emperor, Aurelius is known for his military campaigns against the Parthian Empire and the Germanic tribes, as well as his efforts to improve the lives of the Roman people. He was a dedicated public servant who believed in the importance of duty and responsibility. He worked tirelessly to maintain the stability of the Roman Empire. Aurelius is also known for his writings, particularly his book Meditations, which is considered to be a masterpiece of Stoic philosophy. In this book, Aurelius reflects on the nature of life, the importance of virtue, and the necessity of accepting one's fate with grace and dignity. One might even say that he was the Roman Batman. Aurelius died in 180 AD while on a military campaign in modern Austria. He is remembered as one of the greatest emperors in Roman history, and his legacy continues to inspire people around the world today. Perhaps the strongest similarity between him and Gandalf is their incorruptible nature. Marcus Aurelius, although being the most powerful leader in the world, was a true believer of not only holding virtues but also practicing them. This is very similar to Gandalf refusing the One Ring when offered by Frodo, being able to foresee that he will become corrupted even with an intention of doing good. Barbarossa. Barbarossa was a famous Ottoman naval commander and admiral who lived from 1478 to 1546. He was born on the island of Lesbos in Greece and later became one of the most successful Ottoman naval commanders, serving under the Ottoman Sultan, Suleiman the Magnificent. Barbarossa, whose original name was Hizr, had three brothers, Ishak, Oruç, and Ilyas. All of them were sailors who also worked as privateers. It is very similar to the Istari, which Gandalf was a member of. Even so, the elder brother was staying at the family home to oversee the activities, much like Saruman being the head of the order and staying at Isengard. After his elder brother's death, he inherited his brother's position, his name, and his mission, much like Gandalf assuming the leadership of the order after Saruman's betrayal and becoming Gandalf the White. Barbarossa, which means red beard in Italian, is known for his role in expanding the Ottoman Empire's naval power and establishing Ottoman control over the Mediterranean. He is also remembered for his successful campaigns against European powers, including the capture of the island of Rhodes from the Knights of St. John in 1522 and his decisive victory of Preveza in 1538. He was known for his strategic thinking, tactical skill, and bravery, and he was respected by both his allies and enemies. His rivalry between Andradoria resembles the conflict between Gandalf and the Witch King of Angmar. He was instrumental in giving Suleiman domination over the Mediterranean, much like Gandalf providing indispensable support and success to Aragorn. In addition to his military accomplishments, Barbarossa is also known for his contributions to the Ottoman culture and society. He supported the arts, sciences, and he was a patron of poets, scholars, and artists. He is remembered as a great leader and a symbol of Ottoman naval power and achievements. Winston Churchill. He was a British politician, writer, and statesman who lived between 1874 to 1965 and served as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Churchill is best known for his leadership of Britain during World War II when he rallied his countrymen to resist Nazi aggression and fight for freedom and democracy. He is remembered for his stirring speeches, including his famous "We shall fight on the beaches" speech delivered in 1940, in which he urged British people to stand firm against the German invasion. In addition to his political power, Churchill was also an accomplished writer and historian. He won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1953 for his numerous works, including his 6-volume history of World War II. One other interesting fact was his mother was an American, which Churchill was quite proud of, and had his belief that the United States will enter the war to change the tides of World War II, much like Valinor's involvement at frequent yet impactful instances on Middle-earth. There are obvious parallels in terms of the adversity between Churchill and Hitler and Gandalf and Sauron. But Tolkien had stated many times that The Lord of the Rings was not an allegory for the Second World War or any specific historic conflict. Yet it is quite compelling to think about how World War II would have ended up without Churchill, much like the War of the Ring without Gandalf. We think all of these characters have similarities to Gandalf, but out of these 8 characters, we think Barbarossa is the closest one given the places he has been in his lifetime, his position as admiral, his charisma, leadership, and legacy. Barbarossa was instrumental in the Ottoman victories in the Mediterranean. His tactics and influence on his navy was much like Gandalf, giving leadership and hope to the armies of Middle-earth. Perhaps the greatest parallel between Barbarossa and Gandalf is the fact that they both were a part of a brothership, which had the single motivation to defeat their enemies. Barbarossa spent his years in many places, on and off the shores of Mediterranean, Gandalf essentially everywhere in Middle-earth. Both were legends and had carved their own mark in the respective histories. We conclude with a poem in Barbarossa's honor. Whence on the sea's horizon comes that roar? Can it be Barbarossa now returning? From Tunis or Algiers or from the Isles, 200 vessels ride upon the waves. Coming from the lands the rising crescent lights, O blessed ships, from what seas have you come? We hope you find this list helpful and at least gave you some perspective to think about. Please provide your suggestions for figures that are similar to Gandalf in the comments, as well as suggestions for future episodes. Until next time, Namarie.